The Matilda II, often dismissed as a slow, obsolete relic, created such a profound panic in Erwin Rommel's division during the Battle of Arras in 1940 that he desperately called for any weapon, even anti-aircraft guns, to stop it. This tank, designed for infantry support rather than lightning blitzkriegs, was a strange beast. While other nations focused on speed, the British had encased the Matilda in armor so thick, up to 78 millimeters, that it was practically impervious to the standard anti-tank guns of its day. Imagine a tank moving at a lumbering 15 miles per hour, yet effectively shrugging off every projectile fired its way. It was a metal tortoise, seemingly out of time, yet carrying an unexpected punch. By May 1940, the German war machine, spearheaded by Rommel's 7th Panzer Division, was carving a path through France with terrifying speed. Their panzers, though swift and coordinated, relied on speed and maneuverability, not brute force armor. The prevailing belief was that nothing could slow their relentless advance. Then came Arras. On May 21st, British and French forces launched a counterattack, a desperate gamble to cut off the German spearhead. 2 tank battalions, equipped with these supposedly outdated Matilda IIs, formed the core of the assault. They were slow, yes, but their objective wasn't to outmaneuver. It was to simply drive forward. The German infantry and their accompanying anti-tank teams, confident in their 37mm POC 36 guns, initially greeted the Matildas with a flurry of fire. But what happened next was unprecedented. Shell after shell, designed to pierce enemy armor, simply bounced off the Matilda's thick hide with a metallic clang, leaving nothing more than paint scrapes. The door-knocker anti-tank gun, as the Germans grimly called it, was utterly useless. How does an army confront an enemy it literally cannot damage? Rommel himself, then commanding the 7th Panzer Division, found his forces in the direct path of this bizarre, unstoppable tide. Accounts from German soldiers describe sheer terror as these slow-moving behemoths advanced, their own weapons ineffective. Rommel's response was one of genuine alarm. He saw his division, until then seemingly invincible, on the brink of being overrun. He radioed frantically for anything that could penetrate the British armor: field artillery, 105mm howitzers, even the feared 88mm Flak guns, usually reserved for shooting down aircraft. The Germans eventually managed to halt the attack using those larger caliber guns and concerted air support, forcing the British to withdraw. But the psychological damage was done. Rommel, a commander known for his audacity and offensive spirit, had been shaken. This brief encounter profoundly influenced his future armor tactics, highlighting the critical need for effective anti-tank solutions, even against tanks that seemed technologically behind the curve. The irony is palpable. A tank widely considered a plodding anachronism, a relic of an earlier doctrine, temporarily paralyzed one of the most dynamic and aggressive armored formations of the early war. Its moment in the sun was fleeting. Tank design rapidly evolved, and the Matilda II would later become vulnerable. But for one terrifying afternoon in 1940, it was the obsolete machine that ripped a hole in the illusion of German invincibility. It proved that sometimes overwhelming protection can be a more potent weapon than catches the enemy completely by surprise. The Desert Fox, for a few hours, had met his match in a steel tortoise.